It's that simple. It's that simple. Seriously, like it's that simple. You know, but at the same time, we need to be intelligent enough to teach our, because we're still following, we're teaching them from their intellectual level. Our degree is qualified by what they tell us. You feel what I'm saying? If you study our ancestors, you feel what I'm saying? They got us believing that it takes, what is it, to actually be proficient in something, to be a doctorate of something, it takes about, what, 10 years? Something like that. Most of us can finish a PhD by like, if we go straight from college, most of us, if we, you know, don't stop, go straight through, we can finish a PhD, a typical PhD by 28. No, let me see, by 26 did you get graduated 22 straight. You go to master's for 2 years, 24, then you do your PhD for 2-3 years, about 26, 27. So it takes about, what, 9 years? 9 to 10, about 9 years solid of straight time to become a doctorate of what you're doing, right? And then you gotta practice for the rest of your life, right? But if you do med school, dental school, law school, whatever it is, you might be 30. So it takes about 12 total, right? And then you're doing that one profession for the rest of your life, for the next 40 years, right? Study our ancestors. Imhotep was a multi-genius, and I refuse to believe he was the only one. Imhotep was an architect, responsible for building the pyramids. He was a physician, responsible for all of the medical shit that we got going on today. He was an astronomer, responsible for understanding astrology, natal charts, and all of the other shit. He was considered a multi-genius. Who taught him? That's what we really need to pay attention to. Sometimes you look at the scholar and you're like, oh, you're such a great scholar. Who's teaching the scholar? Because I can put money on it. If that scholar is at that capacity, then he has to learn from somebody who's what? Ascended beyond that. Because then when you start to get back into the nitty gritty of our ancestry and all of that other shit, you start to see that, yo, we were on such a higher plane then. You feel what I'm saying? The information that they were able to steal from us was the basic level of information we had. I know it seems far-fetched and it seems complex. This is why they enforce that we're inferior. This is why they enforce that our mental capacity is strong, because the moment we tap into it and know how deep it really is, it scares us, because now we know, damn, I got a long ways to go, but that shit excites you. Trust me, it's an infinite pool, and you can swim deeper and deeper into this shit. I love it. It's not that hard to learn. You feel me? In addition to learning, and you know, of course, learning from them, that was a whole side tangent, I digress, my bad. But we're still on civil rights movement, and then, you know, integration and shit like that, right? So, look at how the school system is really set up. All right, like really, really think about how that shit is set up. Think about how they're easily able to diagnose us with diseases like ADHD and ADD. Why do you think our kids suffer in school? What is school like when what is this, I say 70% of school is what? I'm not talking about demographic wise, but look at the time frame in which school happens. We go from the fall to the spring. Do we not? We go from the time when summer is coming to an end and when spring is beginning. So 70% of the time is what? Cold. As tropical beings, as melanated beings, how the fuck do you think we can learn in the cold? That's not our element. But peep this though. How many of us have failed a class? A semester class. A whole semester class. Like, you failed that bitch. And it was slow. It was slow paced. But you went to summer school and passed that bitch like I'm on that. But yo, I just got it. Because that's our element. The sun. Hot energy. You feel me? But what do? They got us outside of school when that happens. We don't go to school during the summertime. We don't go to school from spring to fall, as we should. We don't learn from spring to fall, as we should. Melanated beings, that's where we should be. When the sun's out. When we learn better. You feel me? In addition to that, what are the classrooms like? Cold as shit. You feel me? They're cold as shit. I ain't gonna say I really know, because I don't, you know, I'm not a psychologist, but I can almost gauge, and it seems like it could run a good parallelism, how when it starts to warm back up, we start getting diagnosed with ADHD, We're hyper and we can't sit still. Then when it gets cold, we got ADD. It's hard for us to pay attention. Bitch, this ain't our element. And then you motherfucking get us in classrooms that are freezing cold, cause you like the tropical. You're able to function in that cold temperature. We're not.